we've got a lot of new maps and a lot of new game modes being added in Marvel Rivals, and in this video I'm going to break down the location of the maps, what game modes are going to be played on the map, and on top of that a whole load of new modes, and breaking them down, telling you guys what is going to happen in these modes, because a lot of them are pretty cool. And let's waste no more time and get on to the first map, which is going to be set in New York City. Now it makes sense for New York to be added. It's the home of many characters in the game. Now New York is going to be split up into 3 areas. The first one is going to be Midtown. Now here's a look at what Midtown looks like, and then the next location is going to be Central Park. Of course, I don't think any explanation needs to be done here. It's a massive park. Both teams will start at different ends of the park, and then you'll meet in the middle. Then you have Sanctum Sanctorium, which is of course Doctor Strange's like house. I don't know what really to call it. It's where he does his magic and stuff. Of course, you've got some images here from the movies. All of these 3 areas are pretty cool places to play on. And then we've also got the game modes these maps are going to be played on. And the first game mode is Escort. Then it's going to be Hybrid. Then it's going to be Payload. Now, don't click off the video here. We've still got 2 more maps to go over. But before I continue, could I ask you to consider subscribing to the next map, which is going to be Carico. Now, for those who don't know what Carico is, I'm going to give a quick explanation. Carico is a living sentient island, and it's home of mutants. Now this island provides mutants with shelter, special plants for medicine, and portals for instant travel. It's a peaceful place, but also a powerful nation run by mutant leaders. Now something you do want to remember is that Marvel Rivals like to have their own twist on these maps. For example, Wakanda is completely different how it is on screen and in the comics, so you do want to take that into consideration. And now let's go over the other map, Arico. And if you think it's similar to Carico, you'd be right. Arico is the other side of Carico. Now, a description for Arico: it is a sentient island, once again similar to Carico. Now, when Carico and Arico were separated, Arico and its mutants were trapped in a harsh dimension named Amantha against demonic forces. This shaped its culture into one of survival, strength, and conquest. Now, eventually, Arico reunited with Carico, but like what I said with Carico, the Marvel Rival devs might put their own twist on Arico, similar to what they've done with Asgard and Wakanda, so just keep that in mind. I wonder what type of time period are they going to go for. Are they going to go for the one where they're fighting demonic forces, or are they going to go for the one where both Arico and Carico are together? That would be pretty interesting. We don't know what modes are going to be played on Arico, but I would probably say it's going to be Escort and Payload, and we don't know what parts of Arico and Carico are going to be in the game. We also know about another map that's going to be in the game, and it's going to be Egypt. Thebes. I probably butchered the pronunciation there. Here's a look at a concept image, I think. And we also have a voice line from Spider-Man. He says, "Egypt, cool. I always wanted to see the pyramids." We'll also probably get some interactions with Moon Knight, because Egypt is where Khonshu is from. He is, of course, an Egyptian god, but that's all the information we know about. However, something we do have quite a lot of information about is a whole load of new modes. There are a lot of new modes that are in the works, and we got them leaked. So I'm going to go over them, and then I'm going to explain what they're going to do. And let's start off with the first mode, named Infinite Crisis. Now, this is going to be a capture the flag mode. However, it looks like instead of a flag, you'll be carrying things like dragon eggs, kraken, tentacles, and then you'll also be able to die from tentacles. And the only map where we know there are tentacles, it's going to be the Hydra base, and the leaker did confirm that this capture the flag mode will be played on the Hydra map. Now onto the other modes. We just got the names for these modes, but I'm going to try to explain to the best of my ability what these modes are about. Now let's start off with Arm Race Deathmatch, and honestly I'm going to base this on like Call of Duty, where essentially you drop in, you got to take over 3 objectives, but also at the same time you've got a whole load of other enemies to fight against. So maybe 5v5v5, so you could have 15 players all trying to get 3 different objectives, and the person with the most objectives captured wins the game. Honestly, it's all a bit unknown right now. We're gonna have to wait for more information to drop. The next mode is Deathmatch. Pretty straightforward. Everyone is on their own, and you have to eliminate each other. The first person to, let's say, 40 eliminations wins the game. Another mode is Classic Hybrid, which is a mix of different modes. Each round has a different type of mode. Free fight and attack seems to be your CSGO mode, where one team will plant some sort of device like a bomb, and the other team will try to defend, stopping the planting team from planting the bomb. Mystery hero is pretty simple. Every time you respawn, you get a different hero. Rush mode seems to be a faster version of quick play, and sniper team deathmatch with big heads probably means only sniper characters are available, but everyone has big heads. Of course, this is my explanation on what I think the modes are going to be, so we are going to have to wait for official or more leaked information about the new modes. Now, for the release date of all this new content, we could see a new map at the beginning of Season 1 and some of the new modes in the middle of Season 1 to keep the game feeling fresh. Check out this video here because YouTube thinks you'll like it, and make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Rivals content.